Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at, well, obviously three different bronze watches here. We have the Longines Legend Diver, $3,000 for this one, the MSRP. Glycine Combat Sub 42 Bronze GMT GL0316, $860 from Namen.com. And then lastly, we have Christopher Ward C60 Trident Bronze. Price for the new version is $995. This is the previous version. The new version has kind of like more like pointy sword hands. Not really sword hands, but pointy hands. It doesn't have this nice embellished hour hand here, an hour hand. They look more like a sword hand in a way. Anyway, let's switch the order up here to match my notes. Actually, let's look at each of these individually. So this watch and the Glycine were lent in kindly by Craig, and I've owned this watch for about 2 years now. But yeah, the bronze on this is very pretty looking. It has a pink hue to it, and in fact the Longines website calls the handset pink. Applied indices, printed indices and Arabics on this one. Does have a little bit of lume, and this is a super compressor style watch. It's not actually a super compressor. Alright, so back to the C60, just a matte blue dial. Kind of plain looking. The new one has, it looks like a denim type dial to it. It's a pretty cool looking dial. But this is fine. It's a plain blue color, and it matches the strap. This is a hybrid strap. It's rubber, and then the canvas is kind of stitched and glued on here. Very comfortable strap. And then we have, again, the Glycine Combat Sub GL0316, of course with the GMT hand there. And this is kind of like a chocolatey brown dial, and then the upper half of the bezel matches the dial, and then the lower half of the bezel is kind of a different color chocolate brown that matches the strap. But yeah, I really like the way this watch looks. And then it has a splash of red with a GMT hand, and then also with the GMT text, and then also the date there is red as well. And of course you can see a magnified date window there, and it does magnify the date quite well. Not really that much distortion by eye, not quite as good as that Tag Heuer had in a while back, but still better than what I'm used to seeing. Nice applied indices. I'm assuming that's bronze too, that surrounds the indices and then the handset. So, a very nice looking watch. It does have a little bit of patina. I'm not sure how old this is. I think this is a pretty recent model. So look at the patina on this watch. So this is CUSN8 bronze. It's 8% tin, and then most of the rest of that is copper. And this one here is also CUSN8. 2 years of patina. I haven't really worn it that much. I mean, it hasn't seen much of the elements, so this is kind of naturally patina by itself with the oxygen in the air. And I don't know what type of bronze this is, but I do know the case back is titanium because it says it right here on the case back. So bronze case, titanium case back, Legend Diver. So this watch is rated to 300 meters water resistance. Glycine is rated to 200 meters water resistance. And this thing here is a bit of a beast. It's rated to 600 meters of water resistance. The second most or highest water resistance rated watch in my collection. I happen to have a, actually I have it over there. Off track just for a minute. This is the deepest rated watch in my collection, 1,000 meter, believe it or not. That's crazy to think about. Anyway, put that back to the side. Okay, so Longines, the movement is an L888. I'm assuming that's some kind of in-house movement. 7 beats per second according to the website, 25,200 beats per hour, and a 72-hour power reserve, which is great. I mean, that's 3 days of power reserve. The C60 has just your basic Solita SW200-1, 38 hours of power reserve and 8 beats per second. And then the Glycine, which is off camera a little bit. The Glycine has the Solita SW330, and that's rated to 42 hours power reserve, and of course it is a GMT movement. When you go into the date setting position, you turn the crown one way to change the date, and the other way will move the GMT hand around the dial. So yeah, a unique feature about this, of course, is the GMT, and then also it has an actual 48 click bi-directional bezel, as it should. So I thought there was a scuff on there, but it's just the nub on here that all the Glycine combat subs have, so you know right where the Lume pip is at. Probably a little more important for a dive watch, but it's neat that they carried it over to this watch as well. Bezel action feels great on it too. Nice, positive, solid clicks. Really not much backplay. Not that it really matters for a GMT, but there you go. Yeah, this looks so good. Really tempted to buy this watch for myself, but I have too many watches. So anyway, here's a look at the movement. Again, stainless steel case back, which actually all the other bronze watches I've seen have a stainless steel case back. So it's neat to see the Legend Diver has a titanium case back. So yeah, bronze case, steel back, automatic, sapphire, 20 ATM, 200 meters, and a Glycine GL0316. All right, let's talk about the dimensions. We already talked about the price. So yeah, let's go over the dimensions. Okay, Longines Legend Diver bronze, lug to lug 52.5, watch diameter 42 millimeter, thickness 12.7 thick. Let's move these other watches out of the way. So yes, 12.7 millimeter thick on this one. And both these crowns are signed, and they both are screw down. So to move the inner rotating bezel, you unscrew this crown, and then you can rotate the bezel either way. So it's bi-directional. 22 millimeter lug width, and this strap does taper down to 20. Nice looking and feeling strap also. And those crowns are 5.9 millimeter. And the weight on this is 83 grams. So feels nice on wrist, looks good. I hope it keeps this pink tone. I think there's some types of bronze that don't really patina as fast as others. I had a different watch that was bronze. I think it was CUSN6, and that actually left a green mark on my wrist pretty quickly. Anyway, let's talk about the C60. This is the heaviest of the three, and I can definitely feel it after holding that one in my hand. 83 grams for this one, and this guy here is 129 grams. But, you know, 300 meters versus 600 meters of water resistance. No helium escape valve. Typically anything over 300, I usually see a helium escape valve on it. But I do have a Zen U50, which does not have a helium escape valve. And then the Omega Seamaster 300 does have a helium escape valve, so I don't know, no rhyme or reason there. So anyway, lug to lug on this beast is actually smaller than the other one. Lug to lug is 51.5. Watch diameter 43, among the largest in my collection. 13.6 thick, which really is not that bad considering it's depth rated to 600 meter. That tuna I just showed a while ago, I think that's 15, 16 thick, somewhere around there. But anyway, 13.6, 22 millimeter lug width, and this strap does taper down to 20. And this has a 7 millimeter crown. We do have some nice patina going on here. When I first, actually this was my first, this was my first bronze watch. I wasn't really seeing the appeal of bronze, but after having this one for a while, I kind of like it. So I think I'll always at least have one bronze watch in my collection, and I think it's pretty sure it's going to be this one. So this is not a solid bronze bezel. You can see there's a little bit of a line here. This is a bronze bezel insert inside of a bronze bezel. It's kind of hard to see, but I have studied it. Yep, right there you can see it now. So a little bit of a gap there. And as I mentioned, 129 grams for this one. And these straps are quick release. Not that I've taken it off. So anyway, on the case back here, again, stainless steel case back. And Christopher Ward Trident Pro 600. That's right, let's go to the combat sub now. So, Glycine combat sub, 50.2 lug to lug, 42 millimeter case diameter. Let me zoom back out again. 42 millimeter case diameter. The bezel does overhang very slightly, which aids in the grip. It's very easy to grip that one. Christopher Ward doesn't really overhang, but there is a little bit of a bevel at the top of the case, so very easy to grip and very nice coin edge on the edge of this, so no problem getting a hold of that. You know, I haven't really paid much attention, but that Lume pip is kind of, well, it doesn't match anything else, so that's kind of a little bit off-putting in a way, but oh well, that's how it is. Okay, sorry, 50.2 millimeter, 42 millimeter case diameter, 11.1 thick, so nice and thin, especially considering it's depth rated to 200 meters. And again, 22 millimeter lug width, just like the others, and this does taper down to 20. And of course, all of these do have matching hardware. The keeper, buckle and keeper, and all of these are bronze. This one is quite a bit more decorated and intricate. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Same about this one here. Very jewel-like looking. Oh, okay. I was thinking the cross hatching went the other way, but the lines are what go down on this. And that kind of matches the cross hatching on the two crowns here. I have not had much experience with a watch from Longines before. Alright, and also matching hardware on this. And it is engraved right here, top left corner, Christopher Ward. Alright, so just double check my notes. I think that's everything I wanted to cover between these three. Just a quick comparison. And let me try and get these on the wrist quickly here. And then we'll check out the Lume. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Notification bell. Like the video and leave a comment below. It means a lot to me. Helps this channel grow, which helps me out a lot. This does come with two keepers, but Craig has a lot larger wrist than I do, so he doesn't need that second, the floating keeper on there. Alright, I'll try and zoom in and out in some manner here. So here it is on my 6.5 inch wrist, 52 millimeter wristband. Again, lug to lug on this is 52.5. All right, let's roll zoom out here. And this does have a green dial. Hopefully you notice that green, and then it kind of darkens as you get out towards the perimeter of the case. So very good looking watch. I'll set this one over here, off screen, off camera. And then try and stay in the order here. I guess I'm out of order, but anyway, let's put this one on wrist, and then we'll check out the Lume. I have a strong suspicion, actually I don't know, I think the Christopher Ward will probably be the brightest Lume, but we'll find out in a minute here. But yeah, this watch is very comfortable on wrist, even though it is too large for my wrist. You know, I enjoy wearing it. It's a dive watch, it's a bronze watch. I actually like bronze watches to be a little bit larger than what I normally wear. Neat handset too. Bronze watches always kind of remind me of like an old watch, or an old the old bronze helmets for diving, deep diving. Yeah, and this one again is I think 13.5 thick. So going from the thickest to the thinnest watch here. Yeah, the Longines is 12.7 thick. But anyway, we're on the Glycine now, which is 11.1 thick. But yeah, there's a look at the thickness. I really like the brown and bronze combination too. I like the green and bronze, the blue and bronze, and the brown and bronze. They all look good. And you know, for a dive watch, I really don't care for a date, but this is GMT based on a diver, so I'm okay with the date. In that set, the Cyclops is working pretty good. So very nice all around. So let me know which of these is your favorite, which one you would pick. Let me know your thoughts on bronze watches. I've always been a stainless steel guy. I don't own any gold watches, gold cased at least. I do have an old Tudor that has a gold bezel, but other than that, everything is stainless steel in my collection, and the one bronze diver here. Alright, let me pause the video and I'll be right back with the Lume. Alright, so I lined these up based on how I thought they would go from darkest to brightest, and looks like I got it right. The Lume on the Longines is not all that good. Very small indices that are, very small portions of the indices are lumed, and you just can't do much with that. But the handset's pretty bright considering it's a small amount of lume. And then next over in the middle we have the Glycine Combat Sub GMT. Lume on the hands is okay, and I see the second hand moving around here. That's got some lume on it. Longines second hand doesn't have any lume. And then Christopher Ward on the right, large indices and lots of lume applied, and very happy with the lume on this one. So anyway, just a quick look at the Lume here. Thank you for sticking it out to the end. Sorry I went a little long on this one, but had a lot to cover. As always, thank you for taking the time, and thank you for watching.